What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video on AJ5, and in today's video guys we do have an update on Internet Computer ICP, which has recently been hitting green candles as you guys can see over the last 3 days, and in the last 24 hours alone it is up just about 11%, currently trading at $13.60. So we're going to be going through what is next for ICP, how high is it likely to go, mainly focusing on buyers and sellers point of view. What is the best option right now? Is it to buy it, is it to sell it, or is it simply to hold on to it? And also covering its prediction over the short term and over the long term in 2024, looking at how high and how low the crypto can go, and is it a crypto still worth investing into in 2024. But before I get into all of that stuff guys, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, make sure to go down and smash that subscribe button, as well as like the video, as I am trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you guys can help me hit that target, I will be doing a cryptocurrency giveaway, which you guys can join by simply subscribing to the channel, and for a bonus entry, following me on Instagram. Link to that will be in the description box down below. So we are currently looking at the candlestick pattern chart with the Fibonacci scale, which I will be using later on in the video to do some technical analysis. But do bear in mind we are at a very critical point right now that ICP has officially hit the SMA indicator here, which is in purple, and has gone into the blue zone. So two things can happen here guys. It can either bounce back down or pump back up, break out from the line here and bump up into the upper level of the blue zone and into the top tier level, potentially heading past $15-16, but we'll get into that very shortly. For now, let's hide this and bring out the usual MACD indicator to do some price prediction, as I'm pretty sure that's what most of you guys are here for. So as you guys can see, we are looking at the daily chart. So let's zoom in into the 30-minute chart for the short-term traders, and then I'll move on to the hourly, daily and weekly chart for the long-term investors like myself. But before I do that guys, just a little disclaimer. As usual, this is no financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is from my own prediction and my take on this crypto, and any gains or losses you guys make, I will not be responsible for. So zooming into the 30-minute chart here, we do have the blue and the orange line looking slightly bullish, heading towards the positive direction. As you guys can see here, it is not looking too steep either. It is just about slanting towards the bullish side, meaning minimal increases in value are expected from ICP over the next 12 to 14 hours. So in the early hours of tomorrow to tomorrow midday, the crypto should essentially be heading over $14 is what I'm expecting. Again, it's not a major pump or anything like that. It is a minimal increase in value from where it is at the moment. Reason it's not a major increase is because I'm also expecting it to hit red candles in between, taking dips in between, but it is likely to hit more green candles than red, meaning the overall outcome seems to slightly be more on the positive side. Heading over $14 is what my expectations are at the moment. So zooming into the hourly chart over the next couple of days, now we're looking a little bit more skeptical. As you guys can see, the blue line is looking bullish and the orange line is slightly slanting towards the negative direction, looking quite bearish. So what we have here is two lines going the opposite direction to each other. So according to the graph, an overall fluctuation in value is what is expected from ICP over the next 7 to 8 days. So by the end of next week, which is essentially end of March, I'm also expecting an overall fluctuation in value. Reason for that is because I'm expecting it to hit green candles potentially over the weekend and early next week, and then for it to slowly start to drop back down in value to around its current price range of about $13.50 is where I'm expecting ICP to be trading at by the end of next week, so end of March. However, if there are any major updates to this, for example, if there's a news or update that come across that can have a major impact on the value of ICP, either in a bullish or bearish direction, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. So make sure you guys stay subscribed and turn on the bell notifications to get notified every time I upload. So zooming into the daily chart over the next couple of weeks, what can we see here? Again, looking skeptical, just like the previous graph. We got both the lines going in opposite direction to each other, but in this case I'm not expecting an overall fluctuation in value over the next 6 to 8 weeks. So mid to late May, I'm expecting an overall increase in value. It should be heading over $22 is what my expectations are at the moment, especially with the Bitcoin halving coming up in April. We should see some increases, not just on ICP but in the crypto market in general. But Regarding the Bitcoin halving, I will keep you guys updated in a later video on what to expect and what to predict and so on, and also what the best thing is to do right now before the halving, but that will be in a future video. So at the moment, even though the lines are not looking too great, I'm expecting an overall increase over $22 by mid to late May is what my expectations are. But ICP is a crypto that I cover on a regular basis, so if you guys want to stay in the loop on my predictions and updates on this crypto, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So let's bring out the Fibonacci scale. As you guys can see, we have broken out into the blue zone right now. It is likely to resist and drop back down to the resistance level here over the next couple of hours, and then potentially peak back up above $14 by midday tomorrow is what my expectations are, and slowly and steadily gain value, breaking out the blue zone by early to mid-April, and then potentially heading up to around $22 by May is what my expectations are at the moment. So heading into the CoinMarketCap website here, we can see the trading volume has also gone up over 87% in the last 24 hours, making it $331 million in trading, guys, which is a huge amount of increase. Again, reason being is the crypto has pumped up quite a bit, not just in the last 24 hours, but over the last 3 days it has gained an insane amount of value. Yes, overall it is only 6% up due to the drop that took place earlier on in the week and last week as well. However, over the last 3 days it has gained a good amount, and over the month, if you guys want to see, it did pump up quite a bit earlier on in January, February and March, all up until the little crash took place in the crypto market earlier on in March, about last week, when Bitcoin also dropped down to about $62,000, but it is slowly starting to recover right now. So can ICP essentially hit the $50 mark in 2024, guys? Let me know your takes and your predictions on that. My take is yes, it should be able to hit, well, get very close to $50 is what I'm going to keep it as. Reason being is, cryptocurrency, guys, it's a very volatile market, but I'm expecting it to head upwards, potentially heading up to $50 towards the very end of this year or early next year is when I'm expecting ICP to be hitting the $50 mark. But again, this is something that I will keep you guys updated on throughout the year. So yeah, that is pretty much it, guys, for today's video. I'm not going to keep you guys here for any longer. I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you who have been subscribing, liking, commenting and just supporting the channel in any way or form, and especially all the subscribers out there. Thank you guys so much, as it helps me out a lot and means a lot to me, as I am trying to hit 100k by the end of the year. And at the end of the day, guys, it's free to subscribe, so why don't you go down and smash that subscribe button and like the video. And I'll catch all of you guys in my next crypto update, which should hopefully be later on today or tomorrow. Until then, take care and peace.